Something. Let me just sort this out. It's happening, guys. So, match preview for the Arsenal versus Leicester game, a game I will be at tomorrow. Now, today has been a long day. Now, shout out to Kadish Dean in the building. Says, definitely need a shorter intro, YG. No, I don't. Because the whole point of these intros, the ones that are a few minutes long, is to get everything prepared. So that by the time it's done, and by the time I'm done setting up, doing everything, then I'm here for you guys, kind of thing. Like, many content creators do it. My intro is only 3 minutes 5 seconds long. Other streamers have 5 minutes of intro time, and some even have an intro behind that. So my intro realistically is not that long. The only time I use short intro is on pre-recorded videos. So it'll be this one. If it's playing. Is it even playing? That's my short intro, and that's what I use on pre-recorded videos. And then there's my reaction intro that I use for when I'm doing reactions. You know what I mean? So, yeah, my intro's fine. But anyways, we've got a match preview. I just need to... Hang on a minute. Right. So while that's there... Right, so we've got that set up. So, yeah. Premier League business tomorrow afternoon in a game which I'm tipping us to get through. If it is at the back for Leicester, we should definitely be kicking out on all cylinders. I don't know who that player is for Leicester. I don't know if that's a player that you just named there. I'm not sure, my friend. But anyways, Christ, I don't get these full-time streamers crying about how hard streaming is bullshit. I mean, because what I'm doing is harder. You know what I mean? I'm working a full-time job and then I'm doing this on the side. You know what I mean? I'm trying to keep up with reactions and stuff, but this is my personal choice. I mean, so I ain't gonna cry about it. I just don't get these full-time streamers crying about it. You know what I mean? They're out here talking about how hard streaming is, just doing a whole lot of crying. I don't get it. But anyways, Arsenal versus Leicester at the Emirates Stadium, 3 p.m. kickoff tomorrow afternoon. Match preview. Let's get it. So let's get started, and then I've got a bonus reaction after this. So after I'm done with the match preview, I've got a reaction to do, which I've got in place right now. So Arsenal nearly claimed a momentous win at Manchester City on Sunday, but conceding a 98th minute equaliser meant that they had to settle for a 2-2 draw after playing most of the match with 10 men. Manager Mikel Arteta rubbished accusations that they'd employed a dark arts to try and close out victory. But however, they got it. The point earned in an epic clash presented their unbeaten start to the Premier League campaign, 1-3 and drawn 2. Now, let me just stop there and talk about this whole dark arts thing that everybody is out here crying about. When Stoke was roughing man up, nobody was saying shit apart from, Arsenal just need to toughen up, mate. It's football, kid. Huh. Now we start giving Tutu a bit of toughness. Now, oh, no, you can't do that. Fuck out of here, man. You know what I mean? End of the day, right? We were getting roughed up, and it was never cool to do it back. You look at even the Fergie v. Wenger days, right? Then man could rough us up, and the rest was like, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles settings, right? The moment Arsenal even just just brush past a player, it's a booking. That's the reality that we had to live in. You know what I mean? Fairs is one of Leicester's centre backs. We should be all right regardless, man. I mean, I'm backing these man to at least get through this. We've got 3 home games in a row in all competitions now. We got 7 points. No, got 5 points in our last 3 games in all competitions. We gained 5 points, beating Spurs, drawing at Atlanta, and drawing at Man City. Right. So now with these 3 home games on the spin in all comps, I'm expecting 9 points. I mean, I'm expecting 9 points. We'll see why not. Hold on. So let's carry on. Despite a lengthening injury list, the Gunners must now back up that effort with another strong home performance. Something fans have gotten used to, given they have won 3 of their last 5 Premier League games here to 0, while scoring at least twice, 1-4, drawn 1. They are also used to seeing them. Jesus Christ. Start again. They are also used to seeing them dominate this head-to-head, as they have lost once to Leicester at home since September 1973, 122, drawn 7. The visitors remain winless in the league since returning to the top flight, drawn 3, lost 2, but draws against Crystal Palace 2-2 and Everton 1-1 have kept them away from the bottom 3. However, discontent is growing, with some fans unhappy with the start manager Steve Cooper has made, and even he admitted Leicester deserved no more than a point against Everton. Right. So what we have to understand is Leicester are chasing their first win this season, right? And we know Arsenal are the team that gives. But I am sure, even at home, I'm sure that we can see it out. I mean, I'm sure we can see it out, because we can't afford to drop nothing. And Man City play first, by the way. They play on Saturday, tomorrow afternoon at 12:30. So, if they drop points there, the Foxes needed penalties to get past League Two Walsall on Tuesday following a 0-0 draw in the EFL Cup. Jesus Christ, they needed penalties. Jeez. They actually needed penalties. Hardly the confidence boost they would have liked as they bid for their first Premier League away win since February 2023. Drawn 4, lost 6. Travelling fans haven't enjoyed London much either, watching their side concede twice on both visits to the capital this term. Drawn 1 and lost 1. So if we struggle to beat a side that struggle to get past a League Two side, I'm telling you, there's something wrong with us. There's seriously something wrong with us if that's what's going to happen.
Stop it. Get some help.
Now, head-to-heads, Arsenal's last 5 matches in all competitions sees us win 2 of our last 5, drawing 3, right? Starting with the latest being Arsenal's 5-1 smashing of Bolton at the Emirates in the EFL Cup. Before that, a 2-2 draw against Manchester City away from home, a game where Man City struggled against 10-man Arsenal and scraped themselves a draw through a goal by a defender. Before that, drawing at Atlanta 0-0 in the Champions League, and then before that, beating Tottenham 1-0 at Light Work Lane. And before that, drawing 1-1 against Brighton at home. So Leicester's last 5 games in all competitions sees them win 2 of their last 5, drawing 2, losing 1. Starting with a 1-0, well, it's technically not a 1-0 win, but the beating Walsall on penalties in the EFL Cup. Can't believe it. This is Leicester that won the league title, what, 9 years ago, 8 years ago. Fast forward 8 years now, these men are struggling against the League Two side. Jesus.
It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace.
Before that, they drew 1-1 at home to Everton. Before that, they drew 2-2 away from home against Crystal Palace. Before that, they lost 1-0 at home to Aston Villa. It's a rivalry. And then before that, they smashed Tranmere Rovers 4-0. So that's the last 5 games for both clubs. Now, last 5 head-to-heads between them both now, Arsenal versus Leicester. The last time we played Leicester was in 2023, and we got a 1-0 win at Leicester. Before that, we beat them 4-2 at the Emirates. So that's the last time Leicester visited the Emirates. Before that, Arsenal won 2-0 against Leicester. Before that, Arsenal won 2-0 against Leicester at Leicester. And then before that, at Leicester, we won 3-1. So the last time Leicester beat us was in 2020 at the Emirates, when there was no spectators, because we were suffering in goofy fashion during COVID, because you had us getting beat at home by teams that will never do that with fans otherwise, you know what I mean? But yeah, 2019, Leicester beat us 2-0 at Leicester. That was Unai Emery season. Yeah, 2019 have beaten us twice. Not inside the same season, but you know, in the calendar year, they've beaten us twice in 2019 at their ground. 2018, they've beaten us at their ground. So yeah, Leicester, otherwise they don't win at Arsenal. Yeah. So it was like since the 70s, something like that, before 2020, when they've beaten us on our home turf. Now, the table as it stands, we're sat 4th in the table, our favourite position, you know, thanks to Arsene Wenger. You know, that it's kind of a Arsenal and 4th is like a thing now. You know what I mean? We're on 11 points. Man City, top of the table on 13 points, a point ahead of Liverpool and Aston Villa. So yeah, obviously a win for City puts them on 16 points, and then we'll just have to crawl it back. A win, if City drop points, if City were to lose against Newcastle, but for example, an Arsenal win, obviously it takes us a point above them. But not that matters right now, you know what I mean? Because it's only the start of the season, so I'm not gonna, you know. But obviously, I always talk about the table when, you know, talking about the match preview and everything like that. So it is what it is. Make sure you get the likes up, people. Got a reaction coming up, which I'm gonna set up now. Got a reaction coming up, so get the likes up. You know, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and any super chats anybody wants to send are welcome, because you know how it is out here, fam.
I will do anything for photos.
So yeah, my score prediction for this game is I'm going. Actually, no. What I didn't check was didn't check availability. But my score prediction for this game, I'm going with 4-1. Arsenal to win 4-1. I'm giving Leicester a goal. I just basically think we'll concede a goal. That's my takes on it. But yeah, our injury list is got a bit of length to it now. So will not play. Oh, right on. So that Trossard red card. I thought it was English games that he couldn't play. I thought playing that EFL Cup game, he wouldn't be able to play that anyway. How long is it? He's right. Hang on a minute. Let me just. So the players who will not play this game tomorrow, according to this, Moreno won't play. Obviously, Odegaard, obviously, but he's saying David Raya with a knee injury. So I'm gonna have to look on the website now. Tine, muscle injury. Tomiyasu, knee injury. Trossard, red card. Zinchenko calf injury. Zinchenko must have the weakest calves in the world. I don't think that guy's injured. But Trossard red card, I thought you banned for one game when you get a second yellow. With the EFL Cup being an English game, I thought that it rolls onto that, so that he'd miss that game and then he'd be back for this one. I thought that's how it worked, unless they've changed it. So the players that are questionable is Calafiori with a muscle injury, Timber muscle injury, and Ben White with a knee injury. They're questionable. So if I'm to go on the Arsenal website and have a quick look, because can't go wrong when you got linked to the website, innit? Let me just see. So David Raya missed the midweek win over Bolton. Fire problem. But Neto can play this game anyway. Trossard is back after so allow that. Trossard's back. Serving his one match ban. Urinton Ben White should be involved in the matchday squad. But the usual suspects obviously are going to be out. So Neto would be available if Raya's out. But yeah, I'm going for a 4-1 win. That's my match prediction. Now I've got a reaction coming up, so I'll get that prepared because it's more Man City fan in. You know what I mean? So let me get that prepared.
Well, listen, the Manchester City fan next to the Dooney, what are your thoughts? Obviously, it's an amazing draw for us. It feels like a win for City, and it feels like a lot for Arsenal. I mean, this is Arsenal Football Club's an institution. When I was a kid, you played for fans, but Weiss and Wenger and all this stuff, Anelka, Henry, great players. And the way they approached the game in the second half, look, you can have 10 men and obviously struggle against Man City. Of course, not expecting Arsenal to win the game with 7.
So, just so some of you might not know what's going on, right? This is I can't remember his name now. He just said his name as well. But this guy's a Man City fan. Some of you may know of him. You may recognize him. But this is on the overlap, I think it is, with Paul Scholes and Jamie Carragher. And it's basically like a debate panel, basically. And yeah, we're going to listen to... I was just going to call him Jaws wannabe, right? Because he reminds me of Jaws from the James Bond film. What's it called? Moonraker. That's it. Moonraker. So he reminds me of him. So, but yeah, he basically what he says about Arsenal playing for the draw, or should I say, stoking it out. Yeah, it's let's have a listen.
And of course not. But having 0 shots, 6 passes or something between all of them in the second half, it's embarrassing stuff. And Arsenal don't deserve to win the Premier League title. They cling on and hope that they don't get beat trying to win it. You have to go and claim the Premier League title. You can't be scared going into a Premier League title race. This Arsenal side still looks scared. They were good in the first half, of course.
This Arsenal side looks scared, right? The context is We were winning 2-1. We're in a winning position. We're a man down. The wise thing to do was to shut up shop, because it's like, well, there's no point in trying to go for a third, a fourth. We've got the lead. Let's just defend it. You know what I mean? Like, again, these man would have wanted us to open up so they could pam us. You know what I mean? Again, the analogy I will use, this would be like a boxer complaining that his opponent has his guard up. And then he's saying, oh, well, you're too scared to fight. I mean, this what we're doing out here, man. Come on.
They've not even won the games. They played negative defensive football, which is a really bad advertisement for our technical, in my opinion. The biggest games. Still hasn't got a win against Man City of Etihad.
Which we're on the brink of getting, but unfortunately, you lot found your way through. Well, what's the way? You know what I mean? Like, you found your way through. But what these man expected us to just open up and just play normal, like nothing happened. These men are seriously rattled by that draw, you know. Honestly, these men are seriously rattled by that draw.
And they still didn't win the game. Why are you and Manchester City players getting so wound up by Arsenal?
Exactly.
They haven't won it for their. If Stoke City rock up, give it a Stoke City rock up tomorrow. They have a right to play the Tony Pulis way, whatever they want to play. Literally speaking, of course. This is Arsenal Football Club. There's a brand of play. Liverpool, I think, under Jurgen Klopp had an identity that's very similar to maybe Bill Shankly and the old kind of.
So now he's shilling for Liverpool now. Same thing Bernardo Silva did. He brought Liverpool into it because they didn't like how we set up in that second half. So he's shilling now. He shills for Liverpool.
Liverpool side felt like a modern version of what Liverpool is all about. This Arsenal side, very negative, very defensive, and it still remains to be seen if the pragmatism leads to winning any silverware.
Chelsea won the Champions League and FA Cup in 2012 doing this negative football. Right? The Champions League, everybody rips us for not getting our hands on. So if this negative football can get us a league title or a Champions League or something, I'm taking it. You know what I mean? I'm taking it. Honestly, fam.
Stop it. Get some help.
Not won anything in 4 years.
You shut up!
That's a fair point. The big story coming out of the game from Manchester City's point of view is losing arguably, well, I don't think it's arguably the best player in the world in the centre midfield position. I mean, I go back to big players missing. I think of Van Dijk at Liverpool that season. Roy Keane, I think there was one season he did his huge shit, and I think Arsenal maybe won the league there. I go back a long time. Baz is there. Neville Southall in the mid-80s breaking his ankle playing for Wales, misses that. You know, Liverpool go and win the double. I just think when you lose a huge figure, not just a great player, everybody in the team hangs off and they're one of the top players. Do you think you're confident you can still go on and win the title when I'm Rodri if he's out for the season? Yeah, in terms of winning the Premier League, I still think City are favourites. There's so much quality in that midfield. They all quite good there. Rico Lewis, John Stones, Phil Phillips, Bernardo Silva, and they're quite good. They're not Rodri either. No, I know, but you can get through a Premier League season and City won back-to-back Premier League titles a few years ago without a striker, without Eddie Hart came in after Aguero. I don't see enough from Liverpool. We're still at an early stage for Liverpool, of course. Chelsea are kind of transitioning themselves. And then Arsenal still could beat the City side without Rodri in the second half.
This guy. Oh, let's go back.
Then Arsenal still could beat the City side without Rodri in the second half. So in the Champions League, it's a different debate. In the debate, are we favourites against Real Madrid? Now you find it's a lot.
Man needed to remind the world that we couldn't beat them with 10 men. Fam. We had 10 men, we were winning. You are at home. You're the treble winners, the formidables, the 4 in a row. You know what I mean? 100 points. You know what I mean? Why are you lot struggling to beat us at home? It's not like it was at the Emirates. Like, these men are treating it as if it was a game at the Emirates. You know what I mean? And we clinged on for dear life, being one man down. You know what I mean? And then the script to draw, and then talking about we played so negative, blah, blah, blah. Fam, we were at your gaff. This is the thing. We were at your and you man couldn't beat us either. No, and yeah, we haven't won there in so long, but we're on the brink of finally cracking that. You know what I mean? It's like losing a fight because you injured your arm, but you were winning the fight. No, I wouldn't say losing the fight. Let's say the fight ends in a draw, and it ended in a draw because you know full well the person's arm got injured in the fight. The arm got injured, and then it ended up being a draw, but you were getting your ass kicked, and you couldn't do shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know damn well if we had 11 men, you know what I mean? You might not have scraped a draw. You might have conceded another goal trying to go for another one. You know what I mean? Come on now.
No idea, but now to Man City and Tommy Gosempo tonight, and they're losing probably the most influential player in the last 12 months.
Hold on.
You're a lot more confident.
Hold on a minute. I took the wrong thing away. I meant to put my camera back on. Let me just share the screen again. My bad, people. My bad.
No idea, but you've been away now to
Clive is his name. Oh no, that's the other guy.
Tommy Gosempo tonight, and they're losing probably the most influential player in the last 12 months, along with Haaland. I mean, you're a lot more confident after the weekend that you can go and win the league. Firstly, I think it's really fair because he was speaking about this exact thing, and he's one that suffered this, and I think it's really sad, really. Because when you see the top,
yeah, it's not. I'm not one of those that's in the camp of celebrating injuries and all that shit, right? It's obviously bad, especially, you know, I'm not a professional athlete or anything, but I know it's like to have an injury that's preventing you from doing things that you'd otherwise been able to do. You know what I mean? But fam, City will be all right. I don't feel sorry for Man City. I feel sorry for Rodri. But I don't feel sorry for Man City. Man City will cope. They'll be fine. You know what I mean? But yeah, the fact that Rodri was talking about this as well, he mentioned about this, and Song Min Young for Tottenham, he spoke about it, and then he's now injured. I don't know how long he's out for, but he's speaking about playing so many games, you know, throughout the week, and you know, over the period of time that the players are playing these games. And yeah, that the players do have a point, because obviously football today, the intensity of it is a lot higher than before, and the players are now asked to do quite a bit. You know what I mean? So yeah. Anyways. Yeah, because you know what will happen. You know what will happen, right? If we win the league now, you know what City fans are going to be saying now, don't you? Oh, but it was only because Rodri was injured, mate. If it weren't for Rodri getting injured, mate, we would have beaten you to the league title again, mate, and won 5th in row, son. That's what they'll say. Then what they'll be doing is confirming that they're a one-man team at the same time. That's what happened. That's what would happen. Anyway, let's keep this going.
I think we're improving. No, we're improving because the tone of this rivalry has changed. The conversation has changed. 2 years ago, they were giving us play to go and try to compete. In a year, we won the Community Shield. We over celebrated. Sorry.
Yeah, I heard somebody like chuckle a little bit when they said we won the Community Shield. But fam, like we did, you know what I mean? It's say what you want about it. End of the day, when you man are counting trophies, you're always counting the Community Shield. So you man pick and choose when you want to include Community Shields and when you want to exclude them.
That was a big
I'm sorry, but anybody that's any ex-football or anyone that's going to try and downplay the Community Shield, you know damn well if you beat your title rivals in the Community Shield, you're celebrating it. I think Man United didn't celebrate the Community Shields that they beat us in, and vice versa. Come on now, what are we doing?
mentioned it about the other way around. I totally agree. If we'd have flipped it around, got the result, I think we'd been fourth. And now it's fourth time we've gone there. We were in the lead with 11 men. We lost it. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I think. You know what? I'm not disappointed about this result. I'll tell you why. Within a rivalry, you need to send a message to the opposition. They have heard. They have heard that we're here, that we're serious, and they are now fighting back. But don't like how we approach it. No, you've done that. You've done exactly what you did last year. Well,
Skulls, fam. Stop this.
Stop the cap.
What do you mean we did the same thing? We were 2-1 up. Hang on. We was 2-1 up for most of the game from being 1-0 down. The unfortunate events was Trossard being an idiot, right? Getting himself sent off because the refs are just sharp on the rules when it comes to Arsenal, yeah? And then we had to be like, right, well, let's just defend this. What do you mean we went there and did the same thing? Yeah, well, okay, we defended. We were defending in a winning position this time. Not we went there and just played for a draw. You know what I mean? He's not looking at this objectively at this point. He's not. You know what I mean? He's clearly not. About we went there and did the same thing. I shit you not. If we'd have tried to play football as normal, what would these men be saying? Oh, well, why are they playing They're down to 10 men. Why are they trying to play football against Man City? Don't they know how good Man City are? Man City will destroy you, mate. Haaland, mate. Haaland, mate. Haaland, mate. Isn't that what they'd be saying? If we tried to play football as normal. But, oh, no. We keep them at bay. They scrape a draw. We make them look stupid. And now it's, oh, no. What are Arsenal doing? The dark arts, mate. Can't win. Can't win. Watch. If Arsenal win the league now, watch, they'll find some negative about it. They'll probably say, oh, the league ain't all that anymore anyway. It's lost its spark, mate. Watch. I'm telling you, any trophy we get our hands on, they're going to find some way to make it shit. Watch. They did it with the FA Cup. I'll never forget Paul Merson saying the League Cup is arguably bigger than the FA Cup. I'll never forget him saying that. He said that after we won I think it was either the season after we won the FA Cup in 2014 or after we retained it in 2015. The League Cup of the following season, he said that. And there was discussions about the FA Cup on its importance just because Arsenal retained it. You know what I mean? Watch. If Arsenal start winning League Cups now, watch, they'll crucify that competition. City won it 4 in a row. When Pep was solidified in the Premier League, they won 4 League Cups in a row. Nobody said shit. Oh, it's pure dominance. That's what City do, mate. That's what champions do. You know what? I just hope that Arsenal start blitzing League Cups the way City did. Right? Not only to get the numbers up, but also to look forward to seeing these pundits and ex-players downplay the shit out of that competition. You know what I mean? Connections going on goofy.
It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace. That's what it is, a disgrace.
Might have to wait a bit, guys. Might have to wait a bit. Might have to wait a bit. This ain't good. Oh, what did I do? Oh, that's what I did. I think I'm good now. I'm good. I think I'm good. Sapnin Armored Core 6 Rocks. I keep butchering your name almost. I've just got through the match preview of the Leicester game, and then the bonus reaction is a reaction to a City fan. Yeah, get the likes up, people. Hopefully you've checked out my video I put earlier today. of the Man United fans' meltdown. Anyway, let's get back into this.
No, I don't. You've done it. You've done exactly what you did last year.
No, we didn't, Scholes. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. And I've just gone through that, right?
Stop the cap.
With Fury, and they are now fighting back. They don't like. I don't. You've done it. You've done exactly what you did last year.
Stop the cap.
Well, you've gone again. My point was, you need to go to these teams. You need to go to your nearest round. Some point you've got to beat them. And you look, you very likely did it. It's great effort. You also said,
Yeah, we were down to 10 men. We were down to 10 men and we were leading. We were holding on to the lead, Scholes. You know what I mean? We were leading. These man really wanted us to just play like nothing happened, you know. Anyways, I'm not gonna rant too much. Let me just let this play.
look, I start the season. I win the league, but I'd be a little bit disappointed with the start of the season, to be honest with you. Yeah, well, I think we're improving regarding playing like showing that we would take it away. We actually want to do 2 games. It wasn't a game we'd chosen to play. It was a game that we played.
Facts.
Whether you want to say about that. You know what? You say that, but I think it could have ended up like that. I think we would have done.
Yeah, if it got to the later stages, if it was 11v11 and it got to the later stage of the game, like 75 plus minutes, I think we would have started parking the bus. But we would have still had more going forward. Do you think we would have took Saka off? Does anybody think 11v11, right, that we would have took Saka off? So what are we talking about here?
Would have done, but we'd have had more go forward.
Exactly.
You think of all the goals you scored last year, and everyone's talking in the summer about getting a centre forward.
Yeah, well, when we started last season a bit similar to this in terms of goal scoring. And then we ended up scoring 91 goals. See, this is where I have to defend Arteta and defend us at this point, because what he's about to say next, following on this, you kind of side-eye his credibility at this point.
Hopefully, like being a little bit more entertaining. Probably didn't think you needed it, but I think 5 or 6 games in, it feels like you are struggling. It's not quite clicking. I know you can mention the Odegaard thing as well, Messi, but even when he played the first few games, I still don't think Arsenal were quite right. The stat I saw after the game, I still can't believe it's true. Havertz didn't complete a pass in the whole game. Like the whole game. The first half, I didn't realise that.
Now, yeah, that's shocking. Havertz played in midfield and he didn't complete a single pass. Right? I'll say he was doing the other things, being physical and this, that, and the other. But yeah, that's shocking. But that makes it even worse for Man City. They couldn't beat a side who had a midfielder that didn't complete a single pass. They couldn't beat that. They've got Haaland up front. Do you think anybody else pointed that out? Do you think anybody else pointed out that Man City couldn't beat a side who had a midfielder that didn't make a single pass? I think Timber was another one that didn't complete a single pass in the game, I think. So that's a right back. Who else can go to the Etihad with them stats and come away with a point from a position where they were winning for most of the game, and City were doing everything they could. They were fighting tooth and nail just to try and scrape a point. City are screwed, no Rodri. I ain't speaking on that yet. I'm not going to say City are screwed or not, because we've seen these men win league titles without a striker, right? But as I said, City played bums at the start of the season without Rodri and they won. When it came to us, they couldn't beat us. So it's going to be interesting when it comes to them playing, you know, Spurs, Liverpool, even Man United. I'll even throw them in there. And Aston Villa and them. It's going to be interesting how they're going to handle it. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, that's like one thing. I even Scholes in that respect. I would always still say City. I just think we had Haaland, De Bruyne, Foden, Bernardo Silva. I think of those 4. And when I think of Arsenal, I think of Saka and Odegaard. And I think Havertz does a good job of it. just don't think I think if you line set pieces, I was listening to the part of the game, is amazing. I just don't think
Can't win the league on set pieces. Can't win the league on set pieces.
Yeah, and I just think in the Atalanta game, maybe I think you might have games in the league.
Can't win the league on set pieces. It depends, innit? Because it took Chelsea a set piece to equalise in the Champions League final of 2012. That was a set piece. That was a corner. They were a goal down, and they got it to penalties and they won it. Look how they got to the Champions League final. Negative football, counter-attack, defensive. You know what I mean? Now, do I think stinking it is sustainable for us? No. But then when you look at how we kept City at bay, if we can do a large chunk of the season doing stuff like that away from home as well, you know, you never know what could happen. You know what I mean? Never know what could happen. City are strong without Rodri. We need to see them against sides of more of a threat, because at the start of the season they play bums. You know what I mean? They play bums. You know what I mean? So we're going to need to see how they are. But big up to you, Rod Foster. Yeah, that's another thing I agree with as well. What you said. If set pieces aren't working, because again, we can't always rely on set pieces, but you know, we can't. You know, if set pieces are working for us, then we're gonna use it to our advantage. If everything else is not working during the game, you know what I mean? But like I said, the Champions League final of 2012, it took a set piece for Chelsea to get it back into that game and ultimately win it. You know what I mean? It's a set piece. If we reach a final and then get the winning goal through a set piece, happy days. You know what I mean?
I think last year was good night. One goal, so they could go. Let's see how we go. 5 games in, 2 halves a game. Let's see how we go.
Okay, so I'm still going for Man City scores here. You stick with Arsenal.
I think Liverpool might have something to say about it. Look.
I've seen him do it.
I know you're trying to find ways of them not.
So he's going to start shilling for Liverpool now. After telling the world about how Arsenal haven't been all that good this season. We haven't lost a game so far. You got Forest going to Liverpool and getting 3 points. We were in the title race last season. Liverpool fell off earlier than us. You know what I mean? So let me get this straight. Because I don't want to hear this. Oh, well, Liverpool won the EFL Cup last season. I don't want to hear that, because nobody wants to count that. People want to count that when it suits them, right? Let me make myself big, right? Arsenal win the title race 2 seasons on the spin, right? Scored 91 goals last season, right? And we've started this season and we're unbeaten, and we've got a crucial injury to crucial players, right? And we went unscathed against Spurs and City with a Champions League away game in between that, right? And now Scholes is shilling for Liverpool because what? These man lost against Forest at home. If Brighton had beaten us, that would have been used to say why Arsenal can't do X, Y, and Z. Wouldn't it? By these man. You know what I mean? Man are feeling Liverpool, man are shilling for Liverpool because whatever reasons that he has. Right? But then again, it's fine, because you know you'd want to be written off, because hopefully you'd prove everybody wrong anyway. But my point of that is just we know what people think about Arsenal. You know what I mean? We know that. Oh, I got here late. No, I got here late as well. This stream would have been done. I'm an hour behind. You know, I was supposed to start the stream at 7, but because of work, it was a bit difficult. It's sad that Arsenal went from players like Bergkamp to Havertz and Haleb to Sterling. Yeah, fam. I mean,
Emotional damage.
Yeah. What a crop of players we had back then. Criminal, we never won a European Cup. It's a shambles. We never won a European Cup. You know what I mean?
It's embarrassing.
But anyways, let me get back into this. There's only a little bit of time left on this anyway.
But when you mentioned the forward players there, and then I look at Liverpool's forward players, I can have a 5 or 6.
You said that to me after the game.
I did, yeah, because I know when it's your own team, you try and find something to be a little bit negative about, I suppose. Try and find a way to not put pressure on them. But when I see Liverpool first down live that day, I thought, wow, what's a squad of players?
Shilling.
Many weaknesses.
Shilling, fam. He shills for Liverpool right now.
And I just see a squad of players. I see 5, 6 midfield players. All can run. I know you're a bit worried about the number 6 position, but they're all great athletes. They've all got quality. Then I look at any of the 3 of the 6 forwards. I think it's just that. To be honest with you, the Forest
Get a bit excited here.
honestly, the only worry was that Forest game. That threw me.
I still think we've got defenders and the left.
And do you not think, Scholes, that with that Forest game, that more of that could happen this season? We know, was it? Yeah, a couple of seasons ago, Liverpool lost at home to Leeds United, and then they didn't lose at home since then, right? Last season, they lost at home to Crystal Palace. They didn't lose. That was the only home game they lost of last season, right? But this is a new manager now. We're seeing the similar things. Do I think Liverpool are in a title race? I mean, yes, but I think it's going to wear off kind of like how it did last season. Like, I don't necessarily take Liverpool seriously like that. Because I think, like us, when the pressure's on, the bums collapse. That's personally what I think. So I'm not. Last season, I was like, when are Liverpool going to lose? Like this, literally last season, all last season, I was literally like this.
Why won't you die?
That was literally me last season when it came to Liverpool. But then, they started proving my point. That they started proving why I should never have took them seriously. And I think it's kind of going to be like that again. So I'm not taking them seriously like that. Aston Villa, not taking them seriously either. Even us, I'm not even taking us seriously that we're going to get over the line. Because I still think there's going to be some goofiness to come that doesn't need to happen. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me just go to this comment. Yeah, Arsenal were really fun to watch during the Wenger hybrid days. Bro, how it seems they all hate us. Pundits, other club fans, referees, strange agenda considering we ain't won a title in 20 years or a Champions League trophy. You know what it is? And big up to Red Bull Vodka. You know what it is? Is they are petrified of success from Arsenal. I think all this is PTSD from how Wenger changed the game. And Arsenal were the ones that did it, kind of thing. Arsenal were the ones that had foreign players filled in the team and they were doing bits. You know what I mean? Changing the style of play and everything like that. Wenger predicting that this team could go invincible and he ended up doing it after winning a double. You know what I mean? I think they're all petrified. They're just petrified. They'd hate to see it because they know, one, they won't be able to bear us. Two, you know what I mean? When you look at how Arsenal view today, they're viewed like this and they don't even have a European trophy to show for it. You know what I mean? Anybody when you look at how Arsenal are kind of looked at, the size of the club, this, that, and the other, everybody knows about Arsenal. You would think, oh, they've got some Champions League to the name. We don't have one. You know what I mean? So just imagine with all that, just imagine Arsenal getting their hands on just one Champions League trophy at least. You won't be able to bear it. You won't be able to bear it. Yeah, we've got to. We have to. Surely everyone should hate City for winning everything. Now, you see, not only because City came from nowhere, but it's one of those where it's like they can bear it. They can just bear City doing it. They can bear it. But for some reason, there's something about us where it's like, anaphylactic shock of the thought of Arsenal success, big time success, like league title type of success. So that's that. So yeah, that's the reaction to, you know, Scholes and Jaws wannabe. I'm calling him, because I can't remember his bloody name now. Jesus Christ. But yeah, so those of you that may have come in as I'm doing a reaction, my score prediction for the Leicester game, which I will be there tomorrow at the Emirates Stadium. I'm predicting Arsenal to win 4-1. And yeah, I don't see how Arsenal can cock up this game. I mean, I don't see how we can do it at all. You know what I mean? But we'll have to see. Anyways, that Calafiori goal made my jaw drop. As a City fan, I had to clap. Oh, you're a City fan. I didn't know you were a City fan. I had to clap my hands to that one. Yeah, I lost my shit when that goal went in. Because when he hit it, I knew it was going in. And I knew where it was going in. He knew, Calafiori knew what he was doing. That wasn't no cross, as some have tried to claim. That wasn't no cross. You know what I mean? The way he hit the ball, there was nowhere, right? The way he hit it, there's nowhere Jose Enrique, right, was Calafiori's shot across. You know what I mean? Yeah, as soon as I saw that leave his foot, I knew exactly where it was going. I just knew. And you could tell he's done that before. You could tell that's shit that he does. And hopefully I want to see more of that. Because he was on the left-hand side and he obviously his left forward, you know, side foot power shot. That was like a David Luiz type of goal. I've seen him do that for Chelsea. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the boys tomorrow, man. I'm looking forward to seeing them tomorrow. And I'm not going to do a full-on vlog or anything like that. I want to actually watch the game because I'm rarely down there. You know what I mean? I'm rarely down there. So I want to enjoy the game instead of having a phone in my hand, video recording my reaction to what's going on. So I'll you know, get a little bit, but not much. But anyways, yeah, like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow all the socials. The link is in the description below of the All My Links page. And yeah, Arsenal 4, Leicester 1 is my match prediction. Let me know what you guys think and stay tuned tomorrow. Well, I won't be doing the match reaction live, I don't think. Anyway, so I'll just do it in a pre-recorded format, and then I might go live maybe Sunday or something. But yeah, enjoy the game, bro. Yep, I will enjoy it. I am gonna enjoy it. Anyways, peace, guys.
And if anyone wants to have a come at me, come and have a pop. Because I'm a black belt in karate.
Stop the cap.
Come and have a pop.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.